Hey everyone, welcome to my tarot video for the week of September 10th, and today is Sunday. Coming to you today from the Heartlands. Again, I'm in the big room today in preparation for my tarot and tea night get together on Wednesday night for the crack. So I think we're all still kind of recovering from that those full moon energies there the weekend before last. Or the midweek, and we are also heading down into the dark of the moon now, which is coming on Wednesday, or the new moon's on Wednesday, so we're like going down into the dark of it now. So this is the time where you kind of like just be nice to yourself, and if you can do a duvet day, even though it's absolutely boiling here in Ireland at the moment, but a lay about the house day, if that's possible at all, the next couple of days are a good for doing that. Okay, let's have a look. See. Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups, Four of Cups. Emotional well-being is what I'm hearing. Okay, romance again. Woo. Okay, so look, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, because I was like, I'm not going to do romance again. And there's Seven of Cups. Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups. People in the middle of, this feels like fresh relationships, like new ones, or if you want one, just people have been stressing. Sometimes you just need to trust the process and go with the flow of things. And what I would say is that if you're in a new one that's only just forming, you will see the stability around it within the next 6 to 8 days. But what I would say is, otherwise, there's the Hermit. If you don't, I would move on, okay? So if there's people out there who are kind of like, just like, what's going on here, blah, 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 they're saying to put a time limit on it. And it feels like this could be stressing some people out, like, because maybe the other person, you just don't know what's going on with it, okay? But you will know within the next week to 8 days if you don't move on, okay? Because there is actually somebody coming in for whoever this is resonating with, that may be kind of looking to settle down, and I think this is wanting to have kids as well, like, so this might be going out to people who wouldn't have, like, they don't have any kids, put it that way, okay? And it might be going out to people who might be, worrying, like, oh, I'm getting too old, and blah, 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 blah. But what I would say is there's definitely an element of trusting the process here, and that you will have a choice of whether you want to have kids or not. So this is, this sometimes gets really personal. So this is going out to the people out there who really want kids but haven't met their partner yet, or they might have somebody around that they're kind of going, oh, maybe it'll be with this one, blah, 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 blah. What I would say is, and that's why it's making sense, it's like, if you're hanging around for somebody and you're seeing like what's going on with them, put a timeline on it. And I always say that to people in tarot readings when they come to me about relationships, and it's like, it's this on, off, on, off, on, off, and I was like, after a certain point you have to like just cut it and move on, because you don't want to stay in a kind of messy codependent thing for years. But the right decisions will be made, and it'll bring you into a space of the Nine of Cups, which is what I always like to, I say to people, I like to see people at the Nine of Cups before they get into a relationship, because when they do get into a relationship, they're not coming at it from a place of vulnerability, because let's say, I'm in a rush to have kids or whatever, and then when you get into it for all the right reasons, that's usually the decent relationship, okay? Right, okay, that was an unusual one. So, new moons can bring endings as well. So, yeah, but I'd say a few of those endings came with that full moon there 2 weeks ago. Oh my god, so intense. Right, okay, what's up next? Next. is financials. Financials. People are worrying about money and stuff like that. Or you know, everybody's a bit like, things are tight at the moment. Things have gotten very expensive here in Ireland anyway. What I would say is, if you've been, I keep on hearing borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and if things have been messy and just like inconsistent is the word I'm hearing around your financials, that is actually going to level out within the next 6 weeks maximum. 6 days to 6 weeks, 6 days to 6 weeks. It does feel like there's an element of help coming in here as well, but you won't see this one coming. But these are fantastic financial cards. So the Seven of Pentacles here, I always like the Seven of Pentacles because it does feel like it's about the fruition of everything that you've planted and the patience. And there's a lot of patience here. I feel like there's been this is around people. They might be self-employed people who have been really working towards trying to get something off the ground, or else there's a father figure helping. It's one or the other. And there's more help coming, or you might be in the middle of getting the help, and whatever it is you're trying to do, you are going to pull it off. They're saying you're definitely going to pull it off, absolutely going to pull it off. This beautiful Ace of Wands there. Sometimes you might feel that that it's never going to happen. But that energy is clearing, and whatever it is from a finance point of view that you're trying to pull off, it's definitely, you're definitely going to pull it out of the bag, put it that way, okay? Success. I love the Chariot when it comes to asking about financials, do you know what I mean? Because sometimes Chariot can be quite a risky card, or take the risks, because, you know, it's kind of like somebody just like a bull in a china shop just going for what they want. But sometimes you need that energy to get things off the ground. And it is firm foundations that you have put down. So if people have been, you know, kind of like, oh my God, this is never going to happen, I've been trying to do this for so long, blah, blah, blah. If you've been in that energy for the last while, that's okay. It's okay to be in that energy, but you are going to pull it out of the bag, put it that way. Okay. Right. What's up next? What's up next? I do one more. Yeah, I'm trying to keep doing 10 minutes. Do one more, as I always say, one more, and then I do another one. Right. Oh, wheels. Seven of Swords there now. I'm getting a nasty feeling off that there now. Sorry, guys. But the angels are here. Okay. I'm just going to. Okay. Sorry, I am one of those readers who's like, oh my God. But at least this isn't. I don't do that in my one-to-ones. I don't do this in my one-to-ones. That drama. This is back definitely. Okay. This is this feels like the shit has hit the fan for some people's relationships. This is separate now to the beginning of what I was talking about with the courts and all that, because this feels like it's just the beginning of the shit hitting the fan. And I don't know if there's people out there who have found out some like really serious stuff about their partners or their ex-partners. They might have found it out after they split up in the last while, that has left them like completely flattened, and this is quite deceiving. Sorry now, but what they're trying to say here, I'm conscious of that. I'm doing this in such a beautiful space as well. But what they're trying to say here is that there is because this feels like quite a nasty situation. Not that somebody's unsafe, but that they've just found out some serious deceit. Oh yeah, that's what it is. So from an angelic point of view, you're going to come back into balance a lot quicker than you think. So this is going out to people who may have just been flattened by some shocking news that they've gotten. and they've had to move on. They've had no choice but to move on, and it feels like this is around relationships, unless it's around a business relationship. It also might be around a business relationship as well. But what I'll say is that you're actually, once the shock is worn off and you clear the bit of PTSD in your system, because this is how shocking this is, you're actually going to move on a lot faster than you think, and things are going to come back into balance a lot quicker than you think. That's all. They just want to give that direct message to whoever that resonates with. Okay, I'll do one more. Sorry, change the energy of that now. Have people been kind of struggling with anxiety recently? Because I'm really anxious doing this reading today, and to the point like where my hand is kind of shaking, and I always pay attention to what's coming out of my body when I'm doing readings. So I don't know if people have been struggling with their mental health recently. And it's not a mental health diagnosis. It is for some, I heard. But it's just like anxiety is just fucking like coming up, and this might be going out to people who may not have experienced anxiety in the past, and I myself have had anxiety my whole life. But when it happens to somebody that has never experienced it, they can get an awful shock altogether. So I don't know if there's people out there that would have been suffering from anxiety. Seek help is what they're saying. Not that they're in a bad way, but it's actually more sortable than you think, and easier to sort than you think. Okay, and there's nothing to be ashamed of as well, as what they're saying. Sorry, that's a psychic message now that's coming in. These are. I keep on going back to the relationship stuff. Sorry. There's really nice positive relationships coming in for people, and this is going out to the ones that would have suffered in the past, that don't trust love, if you know what I mean, because they've had bad experiences. And if you've been a bit, I wouldn't say celibate, but if you've been holding out for the right one to come along, I'm going to finish in this. You're entering into quite a pleasant time around romance, okay? Absolutely. There's my 2 yes cards there. And again, this is going out to those that would be just had a bad run of it. Because there's the bad run of it there. Okay. And your patience is going to pay off. Okay, I'm going to end on that one. I hope that was okay. Now let me know if any of that resonates. Big relationship ones there now in that today, wasn't there? Okay, well, sure, hopefully I'll have my tarot tea here on Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. And that's open to all absolute beginners. And then I've got a couple of courses coming up in September and October. So if you want to have a quick look at my page, and contact me if you want to join me for learning how to read tarot. Okay, chat to you soon.